Sure it ain't too heavy for you, Shrimp? Step on it quick, before it multiplies.
Let's see those smiles now.
Hey, Shrimp, you're not smiling.
Okay, everybody, that's it. Thank you very much, and have a good vacation.
Nice going, Shrimp. Bet you can't name the 8 dwarfs. Grumpy, Sneezy, Bashful, Dopey, Happy, Sleepy, Doc, and Duffy. Uh-oh, Shrimp, you asked for it. You give, Shrimp, you give! Yes, yes. I give.
Now I'll pick on somebody your own size.
My own size? He's 2 grades older than me.
Duffy. Oh, Duffy, not again. Duffy, you poor little thing. Your eye. You are very precious to us, Duffy. You've got to take better care of yourself, Duffy. Oh. Come on, boy. Ralph. Ralph. Ralph, you are his uncle. He expects you to help him.
Now, look, dear, I've told you once, I told you a million times, that kid don't listen to me. You know that. Now, what he should be doing is working out with those weights that I bought him. You know that. Now, he hasn't even touched them once. You know that.
He is a delicate little flower. Peter, he's your best friend. Why do you let him get into these fights?
It's all right, I'll take care of it, Mrs.
You should see his eye.
Hey, Duffy. Duffy, open the door. It's okay, it's Peter. Hey, Duffy, would you open the door? Hey, they really got you, huh?
No, I'm okay. Here, I've got to show you something. Look, it's here. The answer to all of my problems. Listen. Now at last, you will be everything you've always longed to be. I, Dr. Louis Flamel, will show you how to unlock the hidden secrets of the galaxies, how to harness the timeless energy of the cosmos, how to transform your body into a dynamic machine.
Yeah, but Duffy, that's not your problem. I mean, you know, you got this thing about wanting to be taller.
But don't you see? That's not even gonna matter. I mean, with cosmic awareness, nobody will be able to hurt me anymore. Look, it shows you how to make yourself invulnerable. And even how to grow rich.
You know who's growing rich, don't you? It's Dr. What's-his-name Flamel off suckers like you.
But Peter, he's got a scientific study center right here in the city. That ought to impress you. You're good at science. And I'm not good at anything.
You're not good at anything? What are you talking about? What do you call training Niagara Joe? And look at all these plants. I mean, you tell me, huh? What other kid do you know is a member of the American Begonia Society? Huh?
Exactly. That's exactly the problem. Finally, Peter, you're beginning to understand.
You're sure you don't want me to carry some of those?
No! When your body's a dynamic machine, you have to use it all the time.
Yeah, whatever you say.
Could I help you, ma'am?
I don't know, Joe.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Look out! Oh, dear. I can't straighten up.
Here, let's go over this chair.
Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Am I wrong? Or did rocks used to be lighter?
Well, what were you trying to do?
You know what the poet says, young man. Good fences make good neighbors. And poor backs.
Well, this is no job for one person. Have you tried calling Help Us Here?
What on earth's that?
They do odd jobs. Help Us Here. Oh, their number's listed right in the post office.
You can do it, Duffy.
Duffy, what are you trying to do? Duffy, you're crazy. You can't lift out. Look at the size of these rocks.
You are disturbing my concentration.
You can do it, Duffy Moon.
When he gives up, try calling help is here. Duffy, there's more to life than willpower, and the sooner you learn that, the better. I'm leaving. Bye, man. You did. Watch it.
I did it. I did it. Just like a dynamic machine.
You've gone crazy.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it. There's your $2. You were a big help, see?
What if nobody calls?
Peter, the first principle of cosmic awareness is to banish all negative thoughts from your mind. You picture what you want to happen.
Oh, so that's it.
You can do it, Duffy Moon.
Sure, go ahead. Make fun of it.
Duffy, would you come on?
You can do it, Duffy Moon.
I am picturing someone picking up a phone and dialing it. Hello? Yes, just a minute.
Oh,
It's for you.
see? Hello? Oh, hi, Mrs. Warner. Yeah. Oh. No, he's just using my number. Wait. Yeah, he's right here.
Hello, Duffy Moon Incorporated. Yes? Of course. Well, that's fine. Right across the street? Okay. Be right over. Yeah, bye.
It's the house right over there. And lots of luck. You'll need it.
Hey, you little runt. Since when do you leave garbage in people's mailboxes?
Well, that's not garbage.
Shut up. Don't you know whose territory this is? This is our territory. Help is here. Understand what I'm saying?
You can do it, Duffy Moon.
You trying to say something, kid?
I am in total control. I am completely invulnerable.
Take your hands
I
off
am
me.
in total control.
I mean business.
You will let go of me now.
You can do it, Duffy Moon.
Okay. All right. We're under orders not to hurt anybody. Yet. But wait till the boss gets back from vacation.
Hey, who's the boss?
Boots McAfee. Start shaking.
You've got absolutely nothing to worry about, Mrs. Charles. Peter here's great with dogs. He's even got one himself.
Well, like I said, he needs a bath. And I sure hope you can do better than help us here. Oh, yeah. They gave up before they started.
Well, no job's too tough for Duffy Mooney.
Nice dog.
Come on.
Pour some of this in the water. Hey, don't untie him. What are you doing?
Attaboy, Shrimp. Go get him.
Oh!
Look at all they're getting all wet. Forget Boots McAfee. There won't be enough of you left.
Come back here, kid! Hey, that's a good boy, kid. Are you an accident? Are you holding? Okay, up.
Come on.
Oh, you! Oh, no!
Hello?
Was this the Shrimp?
Yes, this is he. Who is this?
That was pretty stupid, Shrimp, showing us up like that. Boots McAfee ain't gonna like this one bit.
Who's that?
Oh, nobody.
Listen, you big ape! You can tell Boots McAfee that Duffy Moon is unstoppable!
Yes? No. Okay, tomorrow. Tomorrow night. All right? Okay, bye-bye.
Who was it?
It was a customer, Mrs. Toby. She moved into that house on Crescent Drive.
Not the haunted house.
Yes, and she's got a job for us, and I mean for us.
What, help us here wouldn't take it?
Nobody would take this job, not even the police.
I've been everywhere. I called the fire department. I called the police department 3 times. The sergeant said I was crazy. He said the sounds were in my mind, not the attic. But how could I imagine those things night after night after night? And how can I let you go up there alone?
Oh, we won't be alone, Mrs. Toby. We'll have Dodger.
Oh, please, I don't think I should let you. You can do it, Duffy Moon.
We are going up there, Mrs. Toby, and when we come down, your fears will be a thing of the past.
You can do it, Duffy Moon. 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 You can do it, Duffy Moon.
It's a toy. Now, Duffy, we have a terrific police force here. I think we should take their word for it.
You can do it. You can do it.
Dodger? Dodger!
You can do it, Duffy Moon. You can do it, Duffy Moon.
Wait.
You can do it, Duffy Moon. You can do it, Duffy Moon. You can do it, Duffy Moon. I am picturing us getting out of here alive.
I'm going in there. Dodger.
What is it? What's happening? Are you boys all right?
Here's your noise, Mrs. Toby.
Ugh, it's a frog. Must have come in through the window.
Kill it! Kill it?
Oh, no. Frogs are valuable. Well, frogs are even lucky. They're great for your garden, and they kill thousands and thousands of insects.
Are you sure?
Oh, well, if Duffy says so, ma'am, that's right. Duffy knows all about gardening. As a matter of fact, he's a member of the American Begonia Society.
Well, perhaps I am in luck. Do you think you could do something with my garden?
Oh, think? I know he could. And I'd help him. What's the matter with you?
I told you to lay off the plant stuff in public.
How about it? I'll pay you two to take over the whole grounds. $15 a week.
It's a deal.
Because we are taking away their business. That's why I'm worried. I mean, babies and toads were one thing, but this is serious. Real serious.
So what if Boots McAfee does come after us? My cosmic awareness will take care of everything.
Your cosmic... Duffy, don't you know it's been you all along? You held on to that monstrous dog. You forced yourself to lift those rocks. You got us all those gardening jobs because that is what you are good at.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Then why did that big kid beat up on me that time, huh?
Because I was standing behind you with the hockey stick, that's why. Well, you're impossible.
Go ahead, take credit for it.
Yeah, well, you don't want to give credit to anybody except this guy, Dr. Flammel. And you know something? That's fine with me. You can let Dr. Flammel protect you from Boots McAfee because I have had it. Ah!
Duffy?
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Toby. Next time I'll try and take a look at those roses.
Too bad Peter couldn't come today. Tell him I hope he's feeling better.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, Shrimp. You've had it.
You can do it, Duffy.
We don't like that. You've been causing a lot of trouble.
I can't be hurt. I can't be hurt.
Oh, let him up. Babbling. He started it. Didn't you, Shrimp? Let's go.
Duffy. Oh, they got you again. You all right? Are you okay?
Something happened, Peter. My power didn't work. Oh, Peter, can I sleep over at your house tonight? If my Aunt Peggy sees me like this, she'll never let me go into the city tomorrow.
The city?
Well, don't you understand? I've got to go see Dr. Flammel.
All right, but not alone.
You mean you go with me?
Yeah, it's a good idea. Let you and me both go see Dr. Flammel. here.
Oh, where can I find Dr. Flammel?
Hey, Duffy, let's get out of here.
Dr. Flammel? Dr. Flammel?
Yeah?
You've shaved off your beard.
Oh, yes, you're quite observant. Look, there was no guarantee with that course, so if you come for your money back, son, forget it.
Oh, no, I haven't. Cosmic awareness has changed my life. I've got strength and confidence in my own business, and Peter and I are getting rich.
Oh, well, in that case, I see. Come in, young man. Yes, come into my suite here. There you are. Yeah, Andy, right. As you can see, I'm getting ready, packing here for an extended tour of Europe. A seminar before the crowned heads. I shall be gone for some time. There we are. Oh, yes, there we are. Now, what can I do for you,
Duffy Moon.
Oh, yes, Duffy Moon. Never forget her face.
You see, it's my cosmic awareness. Something happened to it yesterday. I couldn't get control. My power deserted me. Then I wasn't invulnerable anymore.
Well, it seems to me that you have fallen under adverse influences. And I do mean adverse influences, which means that the cosmic particles have lost their ability to fuse and therefore are susceptible to break up in the auric atmosphere, which will cause you to be temporarily powerless. Do you understand me so far?
Yeah. I thought that's what it was.
Yes, well, I have something that will remedy that. And I think I can find it somewhere in my map. Don't worry, hey, here. I work alone. Now, let me see. Oh, here we are. Yes, it's the famed, the sacred Mahunga charm. The natives carve it from the tree of invulnerability. Yeah. I'm going to let you have this because you're here. No middleman for the even sum of $5. The Mahunga charm.
I've seen those at a circus for a quarter.
Yeah.
All I got's 40 cents.
That indeed is a disappointment.
Sure it is.
Well, however, since you came all the way and took all the trouble, I'm going to give you the charm for this magnificent sum of 40 cents because you are my prized pupil, my boy. There you are. Now you may leave. And as we say, au revoir, and as they say, bon voyage. Yes, sir. 40 cents.
Hey, when do you get off giving me the silent treatment, huh?
We're back, Joe.
If Dr. Flammel was chipping me, how come he practically gave me this? Look, I know what you think. You think I've been fooling myself this whole time. You think I really can't stand up to anyone because deep down inside, I'm still a shrimp.
No, that's not what I think, because that's not the truth. Hey, what are you doing?
I'm looking for some string to hang this around my neck.
For the last time, would you give me that? Magic is for pipsqueaks, and Dr. Flammer's a fool.
He is not!
He is so.
Where's my charm? I need the charm! Come here,
Joe! You forget about him!
I need to forget you! Come here, Charm! Come here, Joe! You forget about him! I need to forget you! Come here, Charm! Forget about this dumb charm! I need it! No, it's for...
Look, you gotta be calm. You're gonna scare him.
Yeah, right.
Stay cool, Joe. It's all right. Stay cool, Joe. It's all right.
Be a good bird. Hey, give me that stupid charm! Come on, give it back to me! I need it! Go! I need it! Go! Come on, give it to me! Come on, back here, please! Go! I need it! I need it! Come on! I need it! Come on, back here, Joe! I need it! Here it is over here! I need it!
Wait out here, kids. It'll just be a minute. He's gonna be okay. Might lose a few feathers, that's all. But he'll be himself pretty quick.
Oh, Joe, is it true? Huh? You gonna be all right? Yeah. Listen, Joe. Nothing like this is ever gonna happen again. Understand? Never again. Ah! Hey, look at Joe. Joe! Oh, Joe! Joe! You're gonna be okay. Joe, he's the same old Joe. Joe, you're doing good boy.
Hey, Shrimp! Where you been? We've been looking for you.
Get out of here.
Gonna take us all on, hockey player. How's your bird, twerp?
Little enough to ride for free, little enough to ride on your knee. Jump.
You looking for a fight?
Sure. You wanna try again?
Why should I? I don't have to prove anything to you guys. So what if I'm short? I don't have to be ashamed of it or pick fights or get my courage from some stupid book. I know what I'm good at now. And you can just tell this Boots McAfee that I'm gonna keep right on doing it.
Why don't you tell that to Boots yourself?
So you're Duffy Moon. And you're Boots McAfee?
Go ahead, Boots. Give it to him. Show him who's the boss.
Why don't you
of it.
shut up? Don't you know a good thing when you see it? Don't you know what a real genius looks like? Ah! And you told me it was just a shrimp. These guys don't know crocuses from crabgrass. They'll do anything we tell them. Hey, do you know anything about begonias? Begonias? Why, begonias are my specialty. Well, that's great. I'll give you Mrs. Outwood's number, if you'll help me with my lawn. You wouldn't believe the way these muscleheads have been letting them dry out. All my customers are complaining. Maybe what you need is a rainmaker. You see, it just so happens that I have this special method that permits me to do anything.
Hey, Duffy, I thought you were giving that stuff up.
I am in total control. All the elements are at my command.
He's got a secret weapon. He's got a secret weapon.
Oh, Rain, I don't believe it.
Can you believe it? Duffy, Duffy,
He really is a genius. Where'd it go?
So what are you gonna do? He's a cosmic phenomenon.
he can do the impossible. Duffy, Duffy, Duffy,
Hey, Joe.
He's got a secret weapon. He's got a secret plan. He can do the impossible. Duffy, Duffy Moon can. Duffy, Duffy Moon can. Duffy, Duffy Moon
Check, check, testing 1, 2, fuck it. Buenos dias. Good morgen. Joey, are you there? Bro. Bro. I need some bro time, bro. Bro. Dude. Joey. Where are you, Joey? Joey. My life ain't the same without you stopping by, man. Sucks. There's always these old people stopping by my age. I like to talk to somebody who doesn't know what I'm talking about. Totally. Totally, man. Oh boy, what a day, right? I hope you enjoyed this morning's Duffy Moon. I love Duffy Moon. That's a great little Ed film. It is really cool. It's totally cool. Wow, it is the 17th of July, 2025. Today's album of the day is Boss Gags 6 Degrees. One of my favorites, Low Down, Lido Shuffle. Yeah, it's a great one. It's a great one. So we're going to leave this one right there. Yeah. Totally. Totally. I'm just like, wow, you know. Like, wow, you know, eh, there, what's going on, eh? Oh, Connie Francis. Oh, another one. Oh, yeah. Connie Francis dies at 85. Is that what it said? 87. There you go. There you have it. It's always something. It's always somebody. It is. It's just crazy talk. People are going, well, why do we have so many sinkholes? Gosh, what's going on? I don't know. Maybe it's because you're sucking out all the groundwater from the earth, leaving these big giant voids. Maybe that's it. Maybe that has something to do with it. Right? What are you gonna do, huh? Alright, well, I'm gonna open up the old tuber here and see if I can find this Boz Skaggs there. Even though, I mean, most people about my age probably have this in their collection, right? Yeah. 6 Degrees. Boz Skaggs full album. There we go. There it is. Full playlist, full playlist, full playlist. Nobody's got the whole album. I like it when they've got like the whole album recorded all in one track. That's cool. And let's go to music playlist. This playlist comes to us from Music. The name is Music. Their Facebook account is simply Music. So there you go. Let me turn off this thing here so we don't pop in and listen to my show while I'm listening to my show. That sucks, man. It totally sucks. It just totally sucks. Oh, look, there's my show. It's me. Good morning, Susie. How are we today? How's it going? I'm just pasting. There we go. Blagney. 1976? Wow. Lido. Whoa. Yeah, baby. So let's do that. Boz. Is it just one Z? It's just one Z, right? Yeah, what the hell? Why I got two Z's in my head? Probably because I'm tired. Yeah, I'm here now, and I was going to do it. I was going to put another Z. It's two G's, that's it. That's it, baby. All right. Oh, back. Enter. There we go. All right. My work is done here. I've got this thing interfering with my screen right here. This is my TV. There. Move my television out of the way. It was over from last night. Hanging out in here watching Miss Fisher Mysteries with my wife. Miss Fisher Murder Mysteries, a show out of Australia from the 2000s, maybe the 2010s. I'm pretty sure it was the 2000s. Great show. Great. You can actually find it here on the Tuber, which is pretty cool. There we go. And I am going to share this playlist that I watch from, and it literally has, 3 seasons? It's got 2 seasons on it. And once you've watched the pilot, you're going to be like, oh my god, I got to watch this all the time now. And then you'll figure out how to watch it. Belch. There we go. Type that in. Paste this in. And there we go. Yeah. And there it is. And there we have it. So what's going on out there in Tuberland? Phryne Fisher. I love it. I love it. Somebody familiar with Dot and Hugh. I love that couple. They're so funny. Dot is like the most sweetest, most wholesome, purest person in the world, and she gets to hang out with exactly the opposite. And I love the contrast between Dot and Phryne. It's just fucking beautiful. And then Jack, the detective, he's just, what a great actor. He's just always got such a great face. Australia, they've really put out some great stuff, right? That's one of the places that I've always wanted to go. You've watched the whole series. That's beautiful. That's awesome. Yeah, it's really good stuff. Pass it on. It's a great freaking show. I turned my wife onto it just recently. I had watched it a couple of years back when I was you know, always doing stuff by myself. Is that soon ago? Wow. Wow, I thought it was earlier. But hey, it's a great fucking show. So yeah, it's totally cool. I gotta get some more bong hits going here this morning, because my goodness. Yesterday was crazy. I went to sleep before noon and didn't get up until after 5, almost 6. It felt like it. Maybe it was closer to 4-ish. I think it was 5, though. Man. It's because I didn't get any sleep the night before, and not much sleep, well, my entire life. So every once in a while I just gotta go and pass the fuck out. And I did yesterday. I had me a good 6-hour nap. Got up, had a little bit of dinner. Cocaine blues. Yeah, exactly. Instantly hooked. I was addicted to it right after that shot of cocaine blues. I was. And that's not why I think about cocaine all the time. I don't know why I think about cocaine all the time. I ain't done cocaine in, God, 30, since 90-something, 91, 92, maybe 90. It's been a long, long time. I wouldn't mind it, though, if you could find some without fentanyl in it. Fentanyl. Yeah. Fentanyl. Totally. That dude from that 70s show. Well, there. So I played Duffy Moon this morning because I just felt like a kid, and I wanted to have that connection to the past. And anytime I sit and watch one of those old Ed films with kids in it, oh, it takes me back, especially when those kids were on TV when I was a kid. Yeah, baby. Ike Eisenman from the Witch Mountain series, and Lance Kerwin from the James at 16 series. Yeah, those guys take me back. They take me back, man. They really do. Yeah, baby. I'll do another one. Shit. I'm just gonna keep them. I'm just gonna keep them going. I'm just gonna keep these bong hits going. I can't stay long today because I gotta get my wife up at 6:45 and then drive her to the other side of town. So I'm gonna try to keep rolling here. I'm gonna try to keep going and going and going and make this and try to get through everything today. On today's schedule, we got the TV guide, and we have K-Tell records and tapes. K-Tell records and tapes. Mostly tapes. 8 tracks. 8 tracks are where it's at for me. I do have a few K-Tell cassettes. Let me see if I can... I'm going to make a whole bunch of noise here, knocking stuff over. There we go. To pull this out. This is a cassette case. And let's see, do I have a K-Tell in here? Not in here, but I can show you what I got in here. I'll let you look into my or cassette box here. This is just one of my many cassette boxes that I have. There we go. There we go. At the top we got Blondie, then some Tom Petty, Judas Priest live. All kinds of cool stuff. Also at the top there I've got one of my daughter's favorite bands, the 1975. I had to get one of their cassettes because I'm old school and I want to listen to it on cassette. So I did that. Star Power. There it is. Star Power. There's my K-Tell. There we go. So here's one of the K-Tell cassettes that I have, which is really cool. And let's see if we can get a good look at that. Star Power. All right, so with this one we've got Star Wars title theme by Miko. That's that synthesizer dude on the Moog. Cold as Ice, Foreigner. Just Remember I Love You, Firefall. I got this cassette, right, in a box of stuff, and I listened to it, and I'm like, Firefall. Just Remember, and I heard it over, and I'm like, God, they sound so familiar. And I went out and I bought like 5 of their albums, and I got like 5 or 6 of their 8 tracks, and just listened to the hell out of this stuff. Did 2 bumps last week. Oh, nice. Bumps. But are we talking? Because I could go for a bump, man. Really could like the old days. Wow, yeah, if you came on to some actual real live cocaine with no fentanyl in it, man, that's, you know, take a drive, come see me. Because it's not that I really want to like do it, but there's going to be a point in my life where I'm going to be like, yeah, I just want to kind of have fun like right now, because there ain't going to be anything else, right? This is one of my favorite newer albums. Ben Harper, Bloodline Maintenance. Ben Harper from Innocent Criminals. His family runs a music store and music school in Hawthorne, right? And the nicest compliment that I got from Ben Harper here was, I like your jacket, right? And I'm like, dude, thank you so much. I was talking to him out here at Pappy and Harriet's, and I was wearing my corduroy. I was wearing just my corduroy jacket, and I said, hey, I recognize you. And he looked over and he said, hey man, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. And my heart fell into my stomach, because the whole conversation, he acted like he knew who I was, like we had been friends for years, right? And it blew me away. And I asked him for his autograph. Actually, I just asked him for a picture because I didn't have anything for him to sign. So I said, "Could I get a picture with you?" And it was one of the greatest things in my life. One of them. I have to grab these things here. This is me and Pete Wentz, Fall Out Boy. Me and Starcrawler. Me and Big Sandy. I got him to sign this one. Me and Big Sandy. That was great. That was a great show. Oh, me and Joey. Hey, Joey. I haven't printed out me and Ben Harper. I thought I had it there. But I guess I haven't printed that one out. Just making a mess. 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 These are just some Big Sandy posters. that I had the guys sign. I printed these out the last time I went to see Big Sandy, and got all the guys to sign them. So that was pretty fun. I haven't printed out the Ben Harper and a bunch of other photos that I want to put on my wall. So I gotta get off the wall and do that. Totally. But this Ben Harper one, Bloodline Maintenance, I have this on LP, and I have it on CD. And we saw him perform open for Harry Styles at the Forum, and then we saw him perform with his daughter and Harry Styles' guitar player Mitch Rowland out here, which was great. Let me catch up on some of these. Running Home, Eating Peanut Butter, up on the cover of this song. Wings of a Bird, I'd Be Blown Away. Huh. Tomita. Tomita. I've got some Tomita on 8-track and LP. And yeah, it is some great stuff. It is some great stuff. Tomita, comita. No, Tomita. Tomita means drink, I believe, doesn't it? Tome? Tomita? Drink a little? Tomita? I think. But my Spanish isn't all that great. The Planets. That's great at your wedding ceremony. That's awesome. Yeah, music. Music is to die for. Like, oh my God. Let me move my coffee over a little bit. Try to make a little room on my desk, because I got a bunch of stuff to go through. So, yeah, Ben Harper is just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful phenomenon in the music. Just plays a bitch and slide guitar, and his lyrics, his voice. This one in particular is my favorite. Below Sea Level, a cappella. We Need to Talk About It, Slavery. Where Did We Go Wrong? Oh, that's a great love song. Problem Child, that's like me. Need to Know Basis. Ain't No Use. Oh, that's a beautiful one. More Than Love. Smile at the Mention. Honey, Honey. Knew the Day Was Coming, and Maybe I Can't. It's just a beautiful fucking album. It is. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't find this one here. There it is. Bloodline Maintenance full album. Album Ben Harper. There it is, Ben Harper. So we're going to look at this playlist. This is actually from Ben Harper's page on YouTube. So we're going to share it directly from there, because this is where I listen to it. When I'm listening to it digitally, I just bring up his YouTube page. No shit, he contributed to William Shatner's album 2004. That's bitchin'. That's bitchin'. That is bitchin'. Alright, let me get this. I hope I spelled that right. This is 2023, I believe. 22. Okay, where are we at? We're over here. 2022. There. Oh yeah, that's a good one. I crank that one up on the stereo all the time. I keep the CD. In fact, the CD's not in here. It's in the van. I keep the CD in the van because I'm always just cranking that up. It's just a great one. This is great, man. It's just fantastic. It's fantastic, I tell you. It's here in California. We listen to it all the time. It's just awesome. What was the name of that William Shatner's album? Has Been. I'm going to have to check that out. William Shatner. totally dig it. Man, I gotta be busy this weekend. I got so much shit to get ready for next week. And today, when I get done here, I gotta start my video time machine. Crank that puppy up and start feeding all kinds of stuff into it. See what happens. Yeah, the time machine. It's 5:25 here in the morning. What have we got on the old TV tonight? Let's see what's playing tonight on the boob tube. Here in 1978. Prime time, July 20th. 1978 on a Thursday prime time. Well, a lot of news. A lot of syndicated programs. Emergency One. My Three Sons, Mary Tyler Moore, The Rookies, Love American Style. All right, here we go. Hollywood Squares for July 20th, 1978 at 7:30 p.m. in the evening. Eileen Brennan. Eileen Brennan. Wasn't she the commanding officer in Private Benjamin? The kind of weird redhead lady? Is that Eileen Brennan? Sid Caesar, Dom DeLuise, Louise Fletcher, Fernando Lamas, Fernando Lamas, right? Paul Lind, Marcia Mason, Vic Tayback, and Abe Vigoda. Holy hell. So all of those people were on TV. All those people were on TV and in the movies at that period, right? They were all in the now. That's so totally cool. That's awesome. Wild, wild world of animals. William Conrad is the host. Right on. Load up that cannon. Okay, 8 o'clock. Thursday, July 20th, 1978. Can you guess what's on? Can you guess? Can you guess? I'm going to tell you. Welcome Back, Kotter. And then Chips. Right? And then Waltons. Wow. So that's a hell of a lineup for 8 o'clock. Welcome Back, Kotter. Gabe is going to give up teaching. The offers pursue robber who uses a hopped-up motorcycle. And on the Waltons, Mary Ellen is having a baby. Wow. Already. So I just started watching the series, and now she's pregnant. She was just a little big face girl. That's it. She had to grow into her face. Let's see what's happening at 8:30. And at 9, Barney Miller. Barney defies a court order to evict the impoverished residents of a condemned hotel. That's good. Oh, this is funny. And quite appropriate, I might add. The Sweat Hogs, baby. Hey. What are you doing, eh? The walnuts. I do that all the time. Yeah. It's, I got a note here from my mom. It's signed Epstein's mother. Please excuse my son Epstein today. All right, so here it is. At 9 o'clock, Barney Miller, and then a show that we were just talking about this morning, Lance Kerwin in James at 15. It's an hour-long drama, and it leads to the show, eventually becomes James at 16, and it's on for a season or two. And it's just this kid who goes through regular kid stuff on a magnified level, because it's, of course, a TV drama. James falsely contributes to a girl's reputation for promiscuity, then braves the scorn of classmates to befriend her by way of apology. Lance Kerwin as James, Sly, David Hubbard, Marilyn, Susan Myers, Kathy, Deirdre, Birth Wrong. Well, how does that happen? It comes out the butt. Terry Nunn, Ben Gerard and Gary Tomlin. After that is Monty Python's Flying Circus, is on Channel 9. 3 Days of Shenzhen dramatizes the Polish history. Testimony of Two Men. At 9:30, we start a Western for 90 minutes, A Minute to Pray, A Second to Die. Yeah, baby. Italiano. NBC special at 10. A look at the good life in California. A good life. The good life. I want it all now. I guess that's what they say California was, the life at the end of the rainbow. Poldark 2, Hawaii 5-0, Evening at the Pops, and late night television, Starsky and Hutch, Dick Cavett, Love American Style, MASH, and Toma, crime drama. Tomorrow is Tom Snyder, Neva Coyle, founder of Overeaters Victorious. And that takes us into Time Out. Yeah, they really did take on the social issues back then. They just hide from everything now. They don't want to piss anybody off. They want to be, don't want to. Everybody gets babied and pampered, and then so that makes everybody all entitled. Well, I'm better than you because I'm this. Well, no, you suck because you're that. I'm better because I'm this. So what I got here is a couple of 8-track tapes, unopened 8-track tapes out of the sale bin. Music Magic and Disco Motion. And we've got Samantha saying Emotion. And on the other one we start off with Shake, 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 Shake Your Booty, Casey and the Sunshine. So these are basically disco. They're totally a disco mania. I can't see exactly what year these are because they're sealed up. So there's that. And then what I've got here, well, let's get to the 8 tracks. I've got when you order 8 tracks, you can also order these cool carousels along with cases and whatnot. All right. So this is one of my 8-track stowaway carousels here. And this one is filled completely with K-Tell. There's nothing but K-Tell in here. That's all there is. It's just K-Tell. And that's pretty awesome. Sundown, County Line, Reflections, Hot Nights and City Lights, Gold Rush 79, and I've got 2 of those. Does that mean there's a part 1 and a part 2? Yeah, there's a volume 1 and volume 2. Isn't that excellent? And then we got Pure Gold, all right, and we've got 2 of those. We got a red one, and we got a black one, right? And they're different. They're different music compilations on each one. Rock 80, that's a good one. Rock 80, Gary Newman, right? That's Cars. What's the next track? Has Hold On, Ian Gom. What the fuck? Who the fuck is an Ian Gom? Do you remember Rock and Roll Radio? The Ramones. Brass in Pocket, Pretenders. So there's a lot of great music on these compilations. There's just so much. There's just so much. Things We Do for Love, 10cc. 10cc is like almost on every one of these. Rock and Roll Fever. Rock and Roll Fever. So they, after a while, before bootlegs finally went away, I mean, before 8-tracks finally went away, they were still trying to combat bootlegs because bootlegs on 8-tracks were huge. I've got so many 8-track bootlegs. So they've got this little thing in the corner here, you see that? and they were trying real hard to combat bootlegs. And this has got one of those little shiny things on it that's got the little holographic stuff. And boy, the camera doesn't like it at all. And so it's interesting to see one of these that has the K-Tell stamp on that little sticker, which is hard, of course, really difficult to reproduce, and it costs money. Oh, here's something off of one of my records. Off of one of my records here. I wonder what record it was. Sounds Spectacular. Wings of Sound. Today's Original Hits and Stars. And we've got on the first one, Michael Jackson, Rock With You. There you go. Says it all right there, baby. The Hot Ones, Disco Fire, tapes 1 and 2, Disco Rocket. Here's an unopened Powerhouse with all kinds of stuff in there. Get Up and Boogie. Sarah Smile, Shannon, You're No Good, Linda Ronstadt. Oh man, today's super great. It's fantastic. Oh, and we got some comedy stuff. Citizens Bloopers. And that's a great one. And it's just a bunch of bloopers from presidential speeches and commercials and movies and stuff and radio. And then Super Duper Bloopers is a two tape collection, and it is just a bunch of gaffes. It's just a bunch of, hilarity, funny stuff. And these were great when you're cruising down or when you're at a party and it's like the party's a little slow, and they'd put on comedy records. There was a lot of parties where the whole party was all about listening to the latest George Carlin or Richard Pryor. And we went through a box of those comedy 8-tracks the other day. But yeah, if you're having a party and it was slowing down, you'd break out some comedy, and loosen everybody up. And it's like, all right, when that's over, just put on one of those K-Tell compilations and we'll all do some disco, man. Totally, eh? All right, I gotta heat that up. And when I get back, we're gonna do some bong hits, and we're gonna talk about this K-Tell, little stack of K-Tell records I have here. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I stopped talking and I realized how fucking quiet it is in here. And it's starting to warm up, so I'm going to put my air on for a few minutes. Yeah, all it takes is for me to stop talking and it's like, wow, it's quiet in here. Oh my gosh. What the hell, is it a morgue or what? Heal me now and think about something else. Or something. Yeah, my daughter wasn't up for driving yesterday, so I just made her go with me to the store. She stayed in the car while I went in, but I had company. It was cool. Alright, let's see. Here we have Dynamic Sound, 22 original hits, right? BTO, Gladys Knight and the Pips, the DeFranco family, right? This is great. This is great. Dobby Gray, Dobby, Dobby, Marie Osmond. It's Marie and Donnie Osmond, of course, before that. So if you gotta have one, you gotta have the other, right? Totally. Here's another great case. This is a part 1 here. So apparently there was a part 2. Yeah, that's a cool cover. That looks like Cher. Looks like Cher. Yeah. Yep. Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves. Totally. Totally. She's awesome stuff. I got so much Cher and Sonny and Cher. I probably got a stack of Sonny and Cher. Sonny and Cher, and then Sonny and Cher. I've got like a stack. Pretty good. A lot of good music. They really knocked out a lot of really good music. It was weird, but it was good. I'm not a huge fan of their show, because that was just beyond weird. But their music, they had some really good music. They did a lot of great stuff together for years, you know. And they were the weirdest couple, Sonny and Cher. Yeah, baby. No, really. Oh, this is great here. Superstar. Look at that. Kiss, Bay City Rollers, Donna Summer. I mean, look at all of that. That's a Alan Parsons project right there. Hey, there's something topical, huh, Susie? Yeah. Hear me now. Forget about me later. Totally. That's oh look, and you can get this record vacuum. Now see, this is RONCO for you. RONCO. Get a RONCO record vacuum. I would love to own one of those. That would be fucking sweet to have the old RONCO record vacuum. Fucking A. Hitline, hitline. Alright, so this is K-Tell Hitline here. 2 LP set. 24 of the year's best original hits and stars. I mean, how cool is that? That you don't necessarily have to buy somebody's album to hear their hits. Right? It's like, okay, I love that song, and I love that song by that guy, and I like the song by those guys, right? So then what do? You buy a bunch of fucking K-Tells. And then you get everything that you want. And you don't have to get all that other stuff, right? For me, the other stuff is it. I'm into the hits, but I'm also into the B-side. I'm into all of the stuff that never made it onto the radio. That's where it's at for me. You know, that's where it's at. You know. Yeah, K-Tell. K-Tell, baby, 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 baby. K-Tell, they just always did it. They just always did it. Look at that list of artists. Look at that, that's just beautiful. Jigsaw, right? Jigsaw, man. Mike Post. Totally, you know Mike Post, he does music for all kinds of stuff, including the theme to the Rockford Files, which is why Mike Post is on here. I was just listening to that theme on the radio the other day, and it reminded me of driving around with my grandmother in 1976, right? And she's in this hot van conversion, brand new van conversion, bed in the back, carpet wall to wall, paneling, just the works, bitchin' ass 8-track player. And when this song, the Rockford Files theme, would come on the radio, man, she'd crank that fucking thing up and her foot would hit the floor. I'm serious. My grandmother. Of course, back then, she was, you know, what, in her 40s? And my dad would have been in his 20s. So, yeah, it's crazy. Crazy stuff. Maybe she was in her 50s, I don't know. But, yeah, it just always reminds me of her. Her and her van. And the whole reason I have a van conversion with the bed in the back and the carpet and the pan is because of my grandmother, Opal, the slightly Irish Sioux woman that I knew as my grandmother. Ba-da-bum, bop, unforgettable opening. Ba-da-bum, bum, ba-dow, diddle-oo, diddle-diddle-diddle-doo. Doodly doodly doo 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 doo. Shut up. All right, that's enough. Doodle doo boom boom. Yeah, that's a good one, baby. I love it. I love it. I'm just playing around with guitar stuff because I might hook up. I might hook up. So I want to be ready, baby. I want to be ready. But you know, I think most importantly, it's time for some bong hits, man. Some bong hits. Oh, there went my sound. What is it doing that for? I don't know. My mixer does seem to get a little bit warm. So maybe I should try to find something I can put under it to raise it up, and then try to find a little cooling fan to put on one side to blow air through it to cool it off. Because I fear that this digital stuff, after years of heating up, it's just going to fail eventually. Last I have here is the last record compilation one that I have, and this is a K-Tell, and it's got Maniac, Sweet Dreams, Eurythmics, Rick Springfield, Bryan Adams, wow, Shalimar. It's got Shalimar on it. This is a great one. This is freaking great. It's got Mr. Roboto, man. Mr. Roboto, Rock of Ages, Def Leppard, totally, man. Totally, eh? It's like killing me, you know. The other day I watched, you're not gonna believe this. I watched the, oh shit, what was it called? That movie with Bob and Doug McKenzie, Take Off, to the Great White North. They go to Elsinore Castle and Elsinore Brewery. Panama Red. Get out of here. I'd be in for some of that. I'd totally do that. I found some chocolate Thai a while back, and some Maui Wowie. Was that what it was? Or no, it was Acapulco Gold. That's what it was. Well, actually, I've got it right up here. It was King Louis. No. Acapulco Gold and chocolate Thai. Yeah. Which, and the chocolate Thai was nothing like the chocolate Thai that I remember. It was just some kind of slightly brown, normal bud. The chocolate Thai that I remember was really dark, and it was chocolatey, and it was really sticky and resiny, and it had a great, like, cookie flavor, like chocolate cookies, right? When you smoked it, it was really, really good. The stuff that I found recently, it's like a hint. It's got like a 5% of what it used to be like, right? Because nowadays the weed is nothing like it used to be. You can't even buy seeds that will just flower when you're they're like auto flower and stuff, and I can't grow that shit because I don't know how to do all of that. Every time I try to grow one of those autoflower seeds, I wind up with just skank weed. Really, really nice looking, smells great, tastes, it's great, but when you smoke it, it's like dirt, and it does nothing for you. It's like all CBDs. It's just nothing. Nothing. No buzz at all. So I gave up growing weed. They just make nice house plants. That's it. I could never smoke them because they're just garbage. So I need to get some old seeds. What I probably should do is go through some of my old boxes of stuff, paraphernalia and whatnot, and see if I can dig up some old seeds from like 20, 30 years ago. Because they could probably still work, you know, as long as they didn't get weird. I could get a seed or two to grow. But they would literally have to be older seeds from like Mexican weed. That would, some Mexican red hair. That would be great. That'd just be awesome. I got a bong hit. Going in, cover me. Shut up. Judy. So at 4 o'clock today, Our Heritage. So more of the 4th of July stuff. So that's the 4 o'clock movie for today. Ooh, coffee. I always put it aside and then I forget about it. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I could do some of that Panama Red or Acapulco Gold or Fallbrook Red Hair. Fallbrook Red Hair was a locally grown weed in Fallbrook, California, right next to Camp Pendleton Base, between Temecula, California, and Oceanside, California, the little mountain community where they grow a lot of avocados. So because it's really green up in there, it was real easy to grow weed too. And back in the 70s and 80s, if you just mentioned Fallbrook Red Hair, I was drooling. It was like my first love with marijuana was Fallbrook Red Hair. I'd love to get something like that. I'd totally dig that, and that would be the shit. The shish nestle, baby. So lately I've been missing Joey. Joey's been working a lot and taking care of business and stuff, and hasn't had time to stop by. So I just want to say I miss you, Joey. Hope that I can talk to you soon. I'll try to shoot you a message this weekend. See what's going down. What's going down, dude. But yeah, I miss it when people don't come by. I can't get out, so this is my social time. I don't have a lot of real friends locally, so I don't see a lot of people. This is my social time. This is it right here. And then when people come by and they're hanging out and they're like, they become an irregular, and then they're not around for a while, I get kind of worried, concerned. There were a few early on in my show that would come by regularly that I haven't seen in a long time, and I stop by their channels occasionally and leave comments and likes and stuff. But yeah, things are just different, you know. Things just change, and that's okay. People change, their likes change, they move on. They find out I'm a complete nut job, and they think, oh, I can't be seen associating with somebody like this. It's just not gonna work, man. If my parents found out I was watching this, whoo, they'd cut me out of the will. So I get it. I totally get it. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. More like a cup of dirt, cup of mud. That's alright. It's cool. I totally dig it. But I do, when somebody comes by and then they don't, I do miss them. And Joey is really important to me because, well, because he's a good friend, and he's been here, 3 times, and gonna come back, so, yeah, totally. I miss my kid. But we all get busy and shit happens, and we just, man, we get stuck doing that thing that we're always supposed to do, right? And I mean, I got stuck for so long. As long as you don't let it become a rut, right? You have to control your situation. And I think working really hard right now is part of his master plan to like free himself from having to continue that. Yeah, I hope Joe's having a good rest too, because man, Joey, he's just killing it. So, yeah, work hard. Work hard and rest hard and play hard while you can. I hope that he really does enable himself to find a way to do exactly what he wants, how he wants to do it, right? And achieve those things that he's going after, right? Because that's real important. And when I was his age, I had no conception of responsibility like he does, like my daughter does. So that's really, really cool. I was partying hard at that point. I was doing Renaissance Fair and Grateful Dead at his age, at my daughter's age. So good on ya. I was just trying to keep a job, you know. Nice. That's great. That's great. See, you gotta, no matter what age you are, you gotta find that kid inside, and you gotta find a way to stay connected to that kid inside. I can see that Susie, she's connected through music, among other things, and family and friends. That'll keep you young. With me, it's just things from the past that keep me young. Connections with my wife and daughter that keep me young. The dogs really keep me young. Yeah, baby. A good game is something. Oh, speaking of games, we got hit with a bummer yesterday. A gaming bummer. My daughter's Switch will not recognize the SD card any longer. So every game that she has and all her information, I guess, unless you can sign into her account using the game and then retrieve her data. I think that's how it works, though, so we're going to try that. And then it's probably going to cancel Minecrafting, as it were, for a couple of weeks. But I think what I'm going to try to do is take one of my other older gaming systems and try to finagle it into my system here, so that we can watch PlayStation 2 or something, right? I'm going to try to keep the show going until we get past that. We may get a PlayStation 4 or 5. I don't know what's what. But she said we might just get a newer system instead. I said, okay, however we want to do that. I'm hoping we can still retrieve our data. So, yeah, so the show is going to go on a temporary change or hiatus for a while, depending on what exactly we're able to do about the whole thing with what am I going to play on, right? Because we're not a wealthy family. We're not a middle-class family. We're more like upper-lower class, right? Because we just don't spend a lot of money. We don't give ourselves reason to spend a lot of money, which is nice because it enables us to save money. But at the same time, what do you really want to spend savings on, right? So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe my daughter and I will go in halves on a gaming console that we can split time between us. Or I might invest in something a little older, used and older, that I can that I can use to play some older games on, right? Sunset Overdrive, I think, is the name of the game that my daughter was playing with the girl in the tutu and the high tops and the orange hair and stuff. I think that's the name of the game. We've decided that we believe that's the name of the game, is Sunset Overdrive. So that deserves a bong hit. And we were playing that on like the PlayStation 3 or Xbox One. That's what it was. So, that was a good one. It wasn't like a bump of cocaine, but it was a good hit. I remember always doing a little bit, and then have a little for the gums, and a little to pack on the end of a cigarette, and do a little cocoa puff. Remember that? I did some freebasing back in the late 80s. It wasn't actually freebasing because we weren't using ether and all that kind of stuff. We were just using, I think, rum, 151, real high alcohol proof, high proof rum. And then we were using that to cook whatever it is we were, just heat up the cocaine. But it was really weird to take all of this powder cocaine and put it into like liquid and then break it down to just the cocaine, right? That was weird. Where did it all go? It was all fillers. Yeah, I did that for like a minute. Literally, it was like, it seemed like a minute, but it was only like a couple of weeks where I got into freebasing cocaine and then I had to walk away from it. To hell, I was doing it with my dad. I had to walk away from it. I just said, you know what? This is enough is enough. This is too weird. I just lost 2 weeks of my life and all of the money I made and it's gone. And I ain't got nothing to show for it. And I just walked away from it. I've always been able to walk away from an addictive substance. Mainly because I just turned to marijuana. That's it. Marijuana I've used to stop all the drugs that I was ever taking before, but I never got into any of those other drugs because it was always just about marijuana. Going and hanging out with somebody and doing some coke was just a pretense to smoke all their weed, right? And that was pretty much it. It's a pot smoker. Always been, always will be, always, It's gonna kill me, but I'm a pot smoker. It's just the way it is. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. So I haven't done any research on anything yet this week. I have to save it for the weekend because I didn't do anything on my computer yesterday except sit down and put together a short promo for the reunion coming up in a month. And I just had to put a reminder out there. So the one guy who has actually gotten back to me, my friend Gary down in our hometown, he's been like the only one who's been right up on board with this. And while I got a lot of bites early on, nobody has gotten in touch with me. So I'm just setting it up, and then I'm going to go there, and I'm going to set up my camp for me and a couple of visitors to come, and that's it. I'm not going to go out of control. I'm not going to plan anything big. I'm not going to hire a band. I'm not going to hire music. I'm not going to build a stage. I'm not going to do any of that because I didn't get any response, especially from the people who said that they're coming. I didn't get any response. Yeah, when I get there, I'll help with this, or I'll contact people and try to help raise money, or I'll do this, or I can do this, and I got nothing from nobody. And it was like, okay, all right. Everybody wants this to happen, but they want me to make it happen. They're like, how much are tickets going to be? And it's like, Dude, this isn't a fucking event, all right? It's not a concert. It's not a festival. It's a family thing, right? You show up, you pay for your camping or your day parking, and you donate some money, buy a shirt or something. And nobody was into it. They're like, oh, well, it doesn't seem official enough. You mean I can't just buy a ticket now? And it's like, no. I don't know how much it's going to be, and I don't want to charge X amount of dollars for something and only, really need to charge them this. So that was the plan. I was going to raise as much money as possible and then throw this event and then charge people X amount of dollars when they showed up, which would have been so minimal. So now it's just, you show up and you pay $60 a day. If you want to be there all day and hang out, you pay $60 and you can stay overnight. And that's it. I don't get any of that. The campground gets that. So people kept going, oh, this is a scam. This dude's just trying to make money. And I'm like, how? What? Go fuck yourself. So I decided, the closer that we got to this, that I'm just the wrong person to plan something like this, because nobody likes me, nobody cares about me, so nobody is going to go out of their way to help make this happen. I got a few friends who I guess even claim to know me, but they never stop by, they never call. I'm talking Facebook and YouTube. They never chime in with, yeah, this is going to be great. This is, it's like I got a couple of messages early on. Yeah, that'll be fun. We'll go. We'll set the time and we'll be there. And then that's it. As far as I know, they've changed their plans and they just haven't mentioned it yet. Or they're still going. Or they forgot and they just don't care. I don't know. I don't fucking know, man. So, with very little response from everybody who claimed to be interested, I just decided, you know what, I'm going camping. I'm not, fuck all the hoopla, I'm not going to worry about a big hoo-ha. I'm just not. Whatever happens, happens. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen spontaneously. That's how it's going to happen. This is the time. This is the place. Y'all show up if you want to. That's it. That's all. So I don't expect but a half dozen people. Really. That's all I expect. And all I expect are the locals. People who are already living in the area and got nothing better to do, may stop by for a couple of minutes and see a couple of people that they already see because they're local. And that's probably going to be it. Good morning, James. I don't expect family to show up. I don't expect any of the people who said they were going to show up to show up. I don't expect any of the people who I want to show up to show up. So I'm just going camping. I told my wife last night, look, whatever happens, however the van is running, I'm just going to pack it full of some camping stuff, drive down there, set up a campsite, and see what the fuck happens. Right? Hang out with my friend Gary, maybe John, maybe Henry, a couple of, maybe Tracy will come by. That'd be great to see her and her mom. And just a couple of people that live locally. If that's all that happens, then that's fine. Anything else, I would probably get in trouble because somebody would show up with a political shirt on. Does he have the shirt right here? Guitars. That's as political as I want to fucking get. Period. Ever. So if somebody starts showing up with any kind of political position, in any fucking direction, right? I'm this party. No, I'm this party. You know what? There's another campsite over there. Go have your own fucking reunion. That's the way it's going to be. Because I'm just beyond people, voicing their stupid ass, uneducated fucking decisions and their opinions. Do whatever you want. Just keep me out of it. Because as soon as you start spouting your shit, you involve me. And you don't want to involve me. Please. I don't want to be involved. I've tried to get involved. I've gone to protests. I've held signs. I've chanted. the shit is fucking useless. And nowadays, all they gotta do is throw in a couple of bad apples to fuck shit up, and then they can claim, you know, unlawful protest and shut the shit down. That's how they do it now. That's how they fucking do it. You know? And I just don't want any of that division. I don't want sides to show up, right? The only side that I want is the side of the past. I want people to show up who are going to wear their favorite vintage shirt, right? And have their favorite retro crap with them, right? And hang out, right? I'm going to throw a boombox on the table and a bunch of cassettes, you know? And I'm going to bring as much of the past with me from this room that my van will accommodate, you know. But, you know, other than that, I'm not really going to get into dragging people there anymore, right? I was really into it at first. I'm like, yeah, this is going to be awesome. I'm going to do shirts, and I did shirts and all of this, and I was just talking to people and writing stuff up. I had a little whole pamphlet that I would send to people, you know, if you want to help raise money, here's a chart with all of the shirts that we got and the shirts that we're gonna make in the future, you know, and you know a lot of people, and you know, here's an order form, and no. And I was given deals like, you know what, you order now and you can get a free shirt later when the new shirts, and it's like, no. And I did that for a few months, and I'm like, fuck this. Nobody, you know, it's like a couple of people want shirts, and that's all they want. They just want the shirts. But there's not enough people wanting shirts and helping get rid of shirts for me to make more shirts. So it was like, what? So I just gave up on that. Why should I raise money when all I'm raising money for is for shirts? That's not what I started the shirts for. The shirts were to pay for the event and make it a bitch. I had acts lined up to come and play. All I had to do was raise the money, and I barely raised enough money to pay for the shirts that I had made. And I had to stop thinking about this because I suffer from depression. And the last time I tried to do this and got no response at all, I suffered heavy depression for 2 years. And once I saw this going south, I just had to walk away from it, because I knew it was going to take me down, and I didn't want it to. And then I just had to decide, okay, the reunion is now. I'm going camping. And if anybody wants to show up and make it a reunion, that's great, but I'm not gonna call it a reunion anymore. It's still on the event page as a friends and family hometown 70s 80s reunion, yeah festival. But I'm not, you know, that's on them now. You know, they had the chance to help me make it that, and if they show up expecting that, surprise, you should have fucking gotten involved. Period. So, yeah, I mean, I don't want to feel slighted, but I do. Who's putting it on? Him? Nah, fuck it. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I want to go. Oh wait, look, it's that guy putting it on. Fuck him. We ain't going. There was this whole racism thing that was on my Facebook. I did this post that was trying to call people out to who they really were, and I got a couple of people who actually just came out and blatant comments just said that they were racists, right? Yeah, I don't need that. So now that I know that, I know how to call people out, you know. But I'm that guy now, so chances are nobody's going to show up. A couple of people who get it and get where I'm coming from and get why I do and say the things that I do, and it's not from a place of hate, right? It's a place of, you know, hey, wake the fuck up, people. You gotta look at what's going on around you, you know. You gotta see, and you know. People, this one lady, she called me a terrorist. She said I should paint my skin brown and move to Mexico. She said, oh, you're throwing that reunion. That's going to be a joke. How pathetic. And it's like every little jab she could do just proved my point on what kind of person she was or isn't. And I'm sure a lot of people saw all of that before I pulled it down. And I'm sure that one person is going out of her way to completely capsize this event. You know, oh, don't go to him. He's one of those. He's on that side. And people, just because I say this, people imagine that I'm on that side or that side. It's like, no, I'm not on either side. I'm middle of the road. I'm for common sense and decency and courtesy and you know, not racism, you know, not hate. And people, I say things and people think, oh, you're a liberal or you're that or you're this side or that side. It's like, dude, I don't even know what the fuck liberal means. I don't know why people are Democrats and why people, I don't even know any of that shit. So why would you be able to claim to know me well enough to tell me what the fuck I am? You're an asshole. I know enough about you to tell you that, you know? And so people start coming at me, telling me this or that on Facebook, and I'm like, you're gone. You know, my friend did this. He's a Disney guy, and he's got lots of friends and followers and stuff, and does Disney stuff. And he did a post, and it was a video, just a simple video about the internment of Japanese Americans during World War II, right? And the guy's comment was, this is communist fringe. I'm unfollowing you. And I'm like, oh, wow, what a douche, right? And I'm like, yeah, it's funny how people can't fucking deal with reality, you know? This guy's stuck in McCarthyism in the fucking 50s. Literally, the guy had his head up his fucking ass, you know? And I said a couple of things, and my friend whose page it was said, yeah, it's nice to know these people so you can fucking block them. And I highly agree with that, you know? Do a couple of things every once in a while so you can call people out, so you can find out who the fuck they really are, and just get rid of them. Just exorcise them from your fucking life, right? With me, I'm okay exercising from my life old friends, new acquaintances, family members, right? If that's who you are, I don't want that in my life. No matter who the fuck you are, even if you're blood, I don't want it. You know, is that a flaw in my character, or is that something that I need to pass on to my daughter? Be able to take people and go and get rid of them out of your fucking life like that, and not think twice about it, right? I'm sure people do that to me all the time. Well, he's gone, so do that to save yourself, to save your own soul, you know. Just dismiss people from your existence. You don't know them anymore. Drop their fucking phone number, forget their birth date. Just, you know, no matter how long you've known them. Because if they turn out to be something other than you inside, maybe it's not the right fit. Maybe they need to go hang out with others of their kind, and you should hang out with others of yours. Because there are two kinds of human, right? There are two categories of, one side is like a good human. The other is like a bad human, you know? Kind, unkind. Intelligent, or at least seeking knowledge, and unintelligent. Fucking morons, you know? So which category do you fall into? And who do you want to hang out with? Who do you want to be your influences? Do you want to hang out with fucking morons? Or do you want to hang out with intelligent people? You know? I don't know. I usually I choose not to hang out with anybody because I can't lose friends anymore, because you find out that they're just fucked in the head, right? It's like you love this person, and then all of a sudden you find out that they're evil. Right? And it doesn't take much to find out they're evil. Like for me, all it is if you see what's going on in the country right now with the racism and the immigration and deportation, if you see any good in any of this, right, you're evil. Period. That's it. And I stated that on Facebook, and people were like, oh my God, you can't say that. It's like bullshit. I can say whatever the fuck I want to say. What country am I living in here? Hello? You know? Well, if you say that, you're a terrorist. And it's like, whoa. So, I had to give up on a few people. You know? Oh well. Oh well. You know? And I got no problem just writing people off, you know. That's just the way it is. You know, I don't need that kind of hate and division and ignorance in my life, right? It all comes down to ignorance. If you have no conception of how to fucking think and learn and change, then you're going to be stuck in that same fucking hate routine, you know? And there's so many fucking people out there who are just stuck in it. That's because that's what makes them feel good, is to just hate, blame everything on somebody else, you know? My goodness. My goodness. I gotta do this bong hit because I'm starting to rant. What do you mean starting, right? Yeah. Anywho. So I'm going camping in August. Middle of the month, right before my birthday, I'm gonna go and camp. And it'll be fun. Yeah. Alright, let me see. I am gonna futz around here with my guitar. So, give me a second while I plug shit in. And hopefully I've got a decent amount of battery power, because it's Thursday and I don't have any arts and crafts stuff to do, so I figured I would just screw around with this thing, since I don't get to play with it too much. And let's see, hopefully it's got a little bit of battery. It's got a little bit of battery. And is it still set? I don't know. Let's see if it is. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, turn it up. Maybe. Hey, there it is. Why is it so loud going out? Totally, man. Okay, well, that was fun. That was totally fun, man. I think I'm gonna need a bong hit, though. Totally, man. Totally, man. He's a totally man. I need my guitar stand there. That's what I need, eh? That's what I totally need. Oh, what a fun little guitar, you know? It's a fun little guitar. And probably one of the neatest things that I've gotten in a long time, man. Totally. So I got about 20 minutes until I gotta wake up my wife and send her out into the world. Well, I'm gonna take her out into the world. Yeah. I'm allowed to have an opinion. I am. A lot of people think that my opinions suck and that I shouldn't have such an opinion. And my opinions should have me damned to hell, right? I don't know, I grew up in a country where it was okay to have your opinion and to talk, right, and speak your mind, and then people would kind of talk back and forth and debate, you know, and then learn, and then perhaps change, and I don't see that anymore. I see people just shitting on each other's rights to have a fucking opinion, you know, and I get it, and I try to talk to people about if I think somebody has like a wrong opinion about something that's really wrong, I used to try to talk to people about that stuff and try to talk them into change, and you can't do that anymore. People have a way of thinking about something, and they're just, that's it. You cannot change their minds at all. And the fact that you would even try to talk to them pisses them the fuck off. And people are just so fucking full of energy drinks and fucking hormones and steroids and shit in their fucking food, you know, that, yeah, they just instant asshole. Just add a fucking energy drink and this guy's a fucking dickhead. It just enhances their personality. And if they're an asshole to begin with, you take one of those energy drinks, you know, it's like, just it magnifies your personality. Like, dude, you're already an asshole. Don't drink that. I won't be able to fucking stand being around you. It'd be nice if I knew how to play. Oh, yeah. That's enough of that shit. Battery's getting low anyway. Turn that off. Turn this off. Unplug this. Bang that. Smack this. And there we go. There we have it. Now I can take this and plug this back into this. Over here. Over here. Yeah. Trying not to unplug it. And now I can hear myself again. And I know that I'm actually live. Shh. Don't tell anyone. If you don't tell anyone, they won't know that you're live. I don't know what to do, man. Alright, I'll do another bong hit. You're happy. You're happy. Happy is good. Happy, happy. Happy, happy, happy. 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 So, something that happens quite frequently in California that I'm totally used to, and that doesn't bug me in the slightest, is I was at the supermarket last night, and somebody behind me stepped up and they sat down on the thing, the conveyor belt. They sat down a big giant fifth of whiskey and a bottle of chloroseptic throat spray. And so I looked over my shoulder, and it's a guy that's like he's towering over me only because he's wearing these high heel shoes, women's shoes. And then I notice, of course, that he's got his hair up and he's in a dress. And I'm like thinking, nice dress. And that was all I pretty much thought when I saw this guy. And it was a nice floral pattern. It was a little short, and it has a little low cut, and had some little straps and stuff in the arms. But I really liked the flower pattern on it. So I thought, nice dress. But it happens so much here in California that I'm like, whatever. I don't really, it doesn't bother me what people do with themselves, right? And it never really has, mainly because people are usually bothered with me just being me. So I try to pay others the respect of just not giving a shit what they do with themselves. It's their job to do themselves. It ain't my job. I ain't their mother. And even their mother, just stay out of my business, Mom. Stay out of my undies drawer. I like to wear a thong once in a while. So I just pay people the respect that I would want do me, right? Let me be me. That's all I ask, right? You be you and have fun doing it, and I'm gonna be me, and I'm gonna have fun being me, right? And if that disturbs you on allowing me to just be me, well then, fuck you, right? And I get like that occasionally. So I totally get it when somebody wants to go out wearing a frickin' dress and pick up a bottle of booze, right? Good on ya. A nice dress. But, it's the people who come along and they're like, oh, you can't do that. What do you mean? I can't. Oh, that's not right. Do you see what's going on over here? Whisper, whisper, whisper. Yeah. There you go. Just let people be themselves, right? That's it. And it's probably, I'm going to just say that one of the factors that makes him want to wear a dress is that his parents didn't allow him to just be who he was when he was a kid. And now he's just exploded, and he has to just, really be him. Or maybe not. Maybe it's an exaggeration because he was punished as a child for being himself. I don't know. I know my daughter's always been able to be whoever the hell she wants to be. And she's never gone crazy doing crazy shit trying to prove that she's her own person. Because she's always been. I don't rule her life. I don't force her to get off her phone or get off her computer or do her homework or do anything. She does that shit to herself. You know, she's, you know, because I never forced her to do shit. She wants to do the shit that I don't force her to do. Ooh, sounds like Mom's awake. Which means I just won't have to go wake her up. Coffee's ready, so I'm good. But I will be getting off at around 7 this morning because I got stuff to do. Okay, people, so what's going on out there? What do you want to talk about next week so that I can start pulling up stuff? Tomorrow's Friday, so I really need some ideas no later than tomorrow's show so that we can talk about what we want to talk about next week. I've written a bunch of things down here, so I'm going to be looking for things to come in next week's morning show or this week's time machine. So, yeah. But it's got to be pre-90s. Everything that we do on this show, we want to try to keep it pre-90s. Anything from the 80s, 70s, 60s, and earlier. That's what I'm talking about, man. We get into the 90s, and then we get into an era that I was not really fond of, right? I only thought I was enjoying myself. But the music sucked, most of the TV sucked, most of the movies sucked, people sucked, so it all sucked. And it sucked for about, I don't know, 20 years or so, until I just changed. Just decided to change. Kitchen's open. Put your order in. Hear me now and forget about the food later. Do it. Just do it. Just fucking do it. So suggestions on what we're doing next week, that would be awesome. Leave them in the comments. Shoot me a post. You can leave comments on my post thing there. And say, hey man, what's up? You can always find me on Facebook. Easy peasy. And I think that information is in my information on YouTube. So if you go to my channel, you'll find I believe you'll find a link there to Facebook if you're up for it. If not, shoot me a message and I'll shoot you a link. 'Cause there you have it. Dude, I'm going in. Cover me. Alright, that's gonna just about do that for this morning. I'm gonna have to heat this coffee up. And I think I will do it without sound so I can say good morning to my wife. So I'll be back in just a minute. Talk amongst yourselves and pose me a question. Okay, I'm back, and here's Sam. Sam has decided to come say good morning. I don't know if anybody's there, but Sam is here. Speaking to the microphone, Sam. Yep. I swear, Oliver the other day, he was messing around with Tootsie and playing, and he kept saying, come on, come on. I swear he was saying, come on, come on, come on. It sounded like he said, come on, come on. So I'm going to try to cultivate that in him. When he starts playing, I'm going to do that noise and that word, come on, and see if I can get him to say, come on. This is Sam. He is the man. He is the head honcho here, and he's uncomfortable on my lap because I got no lap. There's no lap in this chair. Sam is adorable. We found him in the street, or rather I found him in the street. It was my daughter's birthday several years ago, and we saw this dog out running around. Go ahead, bud. Out running around on the street, and he was running up and down the street in the middle of the rain, just pouring rain, and he's running around. He'd stop, and then he'd run up. So obviously somebody had dropped him off and gotten rid of him, and it broke my heart. And I was going out to pick up my wife just down the road, and I pulled out onto the street, and he was sitting right in front of our driveway in the middle of the street, and I was crushed. And I pulled over and pulled my car out and parked it right in the middle of the street, got out, tried to talk to him, and he growled at me and snapped at me. So I left my car in the middle of the street. I walked 100 feet over to our house, and I got a pack of hot dogs and brought a hot dog over and stuck it in his face, and he ate it. And then I went and sat in my car, and I waved another hot dog at him, and he came over to the car, and I stuffed a hot dog in his face and grabbed him and pulled him in the car and closed the door. And he was growling and snapping and biting and growling, and he finished that hot dog and started to growl at me, and I stuffed another hot dog in his face. And I fed him hot dogs all the way down to get my wife. By this time I'm just tearing off pieces and giving him pieces of hot dog. And she gets in the car and she looks at me and she just scowls at me like, oh, what have you done? And I just started backpedaling. I'm like, hey, I had to do it. I mean, he was right in there in the middle of the street, and he was crying, and he just looked at me, and I had to do it. I'm sure we'll find his home. We'll find out who owns him. We'll find out just blah, 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 blah. And she's like, yeah, right. So for a couple of weeks, a month, we walked around the neighborhood, tried to find his home. By then we had named him Sam. He was hanging out with our old dog, who was about 15 years old, and he was hanging out with him. And we drove once to the animal shelter, and we drove into the animal shelter. I rolled down the window. I heard the dogs barking and crying, and I rolled the window up and said, drive, 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 and we never went back. We put ads in the paper, on Craigslist, and on the radio, and got nothing. It was obvious somebody did not want him. He had really, really bad anger issues. He would, if you tried to tell him no, even today, if you try to tell him no, he snarls, right? Growls. But he would dig in the trash, and you couldn't punish him over it because he would just get feral, and he would just start freaking out on you. And I thought, okay, that's why they got rid of him. They would beat him for getting in the trash, and then he would get into fights with them over that. And he probably bit them or bit a kid or something, and they said, all right, you're out of here, right? So I cured that. I picked the trash up so he could no longer get into the trash. We didn't leave any trash lying around, and we just left a bowl of food down. And we never had issues like that again. We learned, rather than say no and get mad at him, I would talk to him. And I would just say, hey, Sam, you know that's not right. You shouldn't be doing that. And he would always look at me with these weird looks. And after a while, I could just talk to him, right? And actually work out issues with him just by being nice to him and showing him that I love him. Even when he was in trouble, I would go up to him when he's in trouble, and he would be like, because he knows he's in trouble, and I would just give him a hug, you know. and say, you know, you're not supposed to do that, Sam. And he stopped doing bad stuff. If I try to scold Oliver, Sam will come up and get between us and go, "Rrr." These guys are hilarious. But Sam came to us in a rainstorm on my daughter's birthday. And she came home from school that day, and we had Sam. And because of how he was acting, I knew that he was never going to go back to his owners. And by the time that, after a couple of weeks or a month had gone by, we had already began to fit together, right? So it was like, all right, he's going to stay. Unless somebody shows up can really claim ownership and he doesn't bite them, then, you know, we're going to keep him. And he was buddies with Sam, who always had separation anxiety, right? We couldn't leave the house and leave him alone because he would just freak out. And we could, because Sam was around, and Sam was his blanket, right? Sam would just sit and lick his ear, lick his face, lick his eyes, and sit there right curled up next to him, right? So for 2 years they were like that until when Charlie, the dog that he was hanging out with, when Charlie passed away at the age of 17, Sam was alone for like a month until somebody didn't want this dog they brought home from the supermarket, this little tiny Chihuahua thing. They didn't want it. It was just bitey. This old 70-year-old lady brought this dog home, this little Chihuahua, because she wanted a coin purse, and it was just all teeth, and it just kept biting her and making her bleed. And she said, "Take this thing, give it to somebody." So I said, "Send it over here. We'll get it past the teeth thing, and she can have it back." And she said, "I don't want it." So we kept him, and that was Oliver. So that's the little white guy that's running around here. Sam didn't want to have anything to do with Oliver for like 2 weeks. Oliver would come, jump, and play, and Sam would get up, growl, and walk away. For 2 weeks, he was still sad over Charlie's loss, losing Charlie. But eventually, Oliver just kept pushing and pushing and pushing and making him play. And Sam finally gave it, and they were best buddies after that for 2 years, until Tootsie came along. And then Oliver fell in love with Tootsie, and Sam got a little slighted. But he's found his place because he's the head of the household. He's in charge. Everybody looks up to Sam. So that's pretty neat. I like that. We got about 10 minutes left in the show today. Tomorrow we are going to be talking about after-school special activities, things that we did after school in the 70s and 80s, right? You get out of school, what do? You go home, watch a little after-school special, or do you go over to your friend's house and make a bong, right? What did we do? Did we go to the arcade? Did we play pinball? Or did we play Space Invaders? Or did we play, joust? I don't know. What did we play? What did we do at our friend's house? Where was our special hangouts back in the day after school? So we'll talk about that. Today at 4 o'clock is another 4th of July themed educational film. And tomorrow, the 4 o'clock movie is The Last Days of Living, where we go to a hospice-type facility and interview people who are dying, people who are on their way out. They're going to probably be dead before this film hits the screen. And tomorrow evening, tomorrow evening at 5 o'clock, we're going to have another video time machine. I'm going to start working on it today. I'll put a few hours in today and a few hours in this evening and get it uploaded and checked and out there. Does anybody have any suggestions for the video time machine this week? Anything pre-90s, nothing post-80s, or post-toasties, post-raisin bran, no, not going to go there. Not gonna do it. Not even a chance, baby. Well, this morning show makes the week go by really fast. Really fast. I'm up at 4 in the morning. Makes me so tired I gotta take a nap in the middle of the day. And then I get up and my day's over. Have dinner, watch some TV, and go to sleep. My goodness, this show does it. This show is like, I spend most of my energy just getting up and doing this. But that's alright. It's my legacy. I gotta figure out how to bring all of these live videos home. Somehow. Some way. At some point, when I get some extra external hard drive, try to bring it on home. Bring it on home. Try to download it to my computers. And if not, at least just try to keep the YouTube channel alive, right? Post me, which would really be cool if it's still around when I'm gone. So I'm going to turn it all over to somebody else, a family member, and have them be in charge of my channel so that it'll stay active as long as possible. If it's active, then hey, I'm still active. So that'll be cool. Which is why I'm putting as much of myself into this than anything else. Trying to empty my head and heart into all of these videos rather than, you know, all of this stuff is great and it's just kind of catalysts to dig into more of myself. But this channel and these live videos especially are just so that I can remain here, so to speak. It's all about my special series on mortality. That's it. Bong hit. There you go. There you have it. And there it is. Right there. Next week, we'll have a new TV guide. We'll finish this one up this week. We may do 2 TV guides next week, depending on what the actual month looks like as far as weeks. Right? Come on, go ahead. There it is. So 2 more weeks. So how many more of these do we have? 3. So this week or next week, depending on what the TV guides look like date-wise, we'll go through 2 TV guides in a week so we can get through all of the July stuff that we have. I think I have 2 or 3 in there that are the end of July and the beginning of August. So I don't want to get into those until the last week of July, of course, of July. Totally, man. So I will be this weekend putting together some more educational films for next week, putting together promos, putting together the morning show for the week, and deciding what it is I want to put in my daily boxes. So any suggestions would be great, because I got a ton of crap to go through and to get curated onto my channel here and onto these videos. So if you have any suggestions, books, tapes, records, TV shows, movies, household items, I think last Time Machine I did a Tupperware commercial. If anybody wants to talk Tupperware, let me know. Amway products, there's a good one there. I'm gonna see if I can find a good Amway commercial for the video Time Machine. Stuff like that, stuff from the past that we could stick into a time machine, or better yet, talk about on the show, or both, you know, and really dive into stuff, you know. So it's great when I've got people around from the present and the past who can discuss stuff, vintage, retro, you know, old shit versus new shit. That's pretty cool. So definitely shoot me some ideas when you can about future show ideas. I've got a fold-up 1980s fold-up card table I'm going to put here in front of my desk and fill it full of stuff to talk about on occasion. And so give me an idea of something to talk about, maybe something I mentioned in the past or some idea of your own, and we'll talk about it. I think next week I want to talk about the 20th century and the world's fascination with King Tut. Right. That would be great. Let's do that. Let's talk about King Tut next week. I can pull up a few things. I got some books. I got some items, some Egyptian things. So let's check that out. Let's do that. And any other ideas that people have, let's do that. Let's talk about stuff from the past. A radio station of yours that you used to listen to that doesn't exist anymore. Your favorite DJ, your favorite news commentator, right? Shoot me some ideas and we'll talk about stuff. Yeah, because I can find a lot of elements if there's something that you want to discuss, but you don't know, you know, you haven't seen anything from it in a long time. YouTube is great for that because you can find a lot of stuff on YouTube from the past. I try not to use YouTube as a resource because I want to try to find it myself and post it on my channel as something that I researched and found on my own without YouTube. And then I feel better about sharing it on YouTube. I don't make money on YouTube. This is non-profit. It's all just about sharing in history. So I don't feel weird about bringing you stuff on occasion that has some kind of copywritten content in it, because I'm not out here to make money on this. I'm just here to share memories. All right, people, it is time for me to go once again. You know what to do out there in the world. Go out there and be kind, spread peace and love, not bullshit. All right, be kind to each other. Do something for yourself, but do something for somebody else too. Why? Because it makes you feel good, makes you a better person, makes the other person feel good, makes the world a better place. Take it easy, and you know, it's just nice overall. So do that. All right, do that. All right. Most especially stay weird, because if you ain't weird, ain't nobody gonna be weird for you, baby. You gotta put in the effort. You gotta put in the time. Stay weird, man. It's be nice to somebody for no reason at all. That's weird. That'll weird people out. Hey man, that guy just said hi to me and smiled. I think he's a weirdo. That's me, baby. All right, thanks for stopping by, Susie and James, and where are you, WW, and Joey? Where are you, Joey? I miss you, brother. I'll try to shoot you a message this weekend. You're always busy. I hate to bug people who I know are busy people, because I feel like, oh crap, man, I'm interrupting them. So, yeah, take care, y'all. I will see you tomorrow morning, and until then, stay weird and adios.